J2J listeners, welcome back to the number one episode or show or anyways, like and subscribe. Welcome back, guys. Have you
Welcome.
ever been under pressure?
Of course I have.
Really?
I'm under pressure all the time.
Really?
Under pressure,
Okay.
constipated.
Wait.
All right,
I definitely been there, brother.
all right. Nah, nah. Under pressure, of course.
Okay.
Of course I'd be under pressure.
Tell me about it.
Well,
And what
tell you
aspect?
about it?
And what kind of aspects are we? I'm sorry, but we need to point a knife at you
You're getting really aggressive.
because I'm under pressure.
Okay, pressure makes diamonds. So you have to be under pressure. You have to go through
Uh,
pressure. If you do not have pressure in your
okay.
life or anything, then you're doing something wrong.
Okay.
Why? Because I feel like we all go through pressure.
Right.
When you wake up, you have a pressure to carry out your objective, which is go to work or go to the gym.
Okay.
Especially if you don't want to go. You know what I mean?
We all
Then the
been there
pressure's on
before.
because you're like, dang, like, you could slack or you could go do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Well spoken.
But that's just day to day though.
Yeah. Um. Always under pressure. I see. Okay. Uh. Yeah. Pressure is
Have you been under pressure?
no.
Why?
I'm never under pressure, dude. I can handle
I
it.
have ice in my veins.
The thing is, I know I sometimes it depends what the situation. Being under a lot of pressure could bring stress.
Okay.
It could bring pressure.
You could also go through unnecessary pressure too.
Yeah.
A great example is if you sit down or you're at night or whatever and you just start thinking to yourself, "Oh, I'm not where I want to be," or "I'm not rich," or "I'm not this, I'm not that." And then you kind of start creating some type of unnecessary pressure in your head, in your
Okay.
mind,
Okay. Yeah.
trying to put obviously we all want to become successful, we all want to be something, but everything takes time and everything comes at a certain time in life,
Right.
todo a su tiempo. So if you just start worrying a lot and just stressing yourself out, then you're putting unnecessary pressure on you. You
No. Yeah.
have
For
to pick your
sure.
battles.
Sometimes sometimes yeah. You just
Mm-hmm.
beat yourself up sometimes too much, and then realize you guys sometimes you're like, hey man, just take a step back and think where you're at. Why are you there in the first place? Why are you even thinking about that? Is it because you had a bad day?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, then forget about it. Because you're just only thinking about that because you had a bad day. Instead, think
Mm-hmm.
about the good stuff that you can accomplish tomorrow or the following days.
Or just be like, I can't, I'm just so happy this day's over.
Yeah.
And now tomorrow I get restart. Because a bad day is not a bad life.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Um, there's good pressure too, though.
Oh
Like
yeah.
in soccer, pressing.
Pressure him. Just the ball away from him.
No, pressure's in every
Break his legs.
pressure. There's pressure in everything.
Yeah.
Pressure in sports, pressure in playing video games, pressure in taking a
Jobs.
test,
Doing your job.
interviews, life, family, and the list goes on. Just one thing.
Mm. What? Yep.
I hate being under pressure.
Yeah, not everybody's built for it. There's people who hate it. There's
Yeah.
people who do not like being pushed or being like uncomfortable. And you know how all the videos or Andrew Tate type people, they'll be like, you need to take pressure. You need to be this. You need to be that.
Right.
I mean, me personally, I like pressure. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Good feeling.
It's just who I am. It's just everybody's different. I know that there's people out there who can't. There's people out there who don't prefer it. But me, I'm somebody who likes pressure. I like knowing that my decision will affect my family or my family depends on me basically.
So let's say, what would be consider a good pressure then?
A good pressure is like, let's say you're going through something in your life and you obviously in the moment you're like, you feel bad, you feel like everything's going down bad. But in reality, God's putting you through that on purpose. He's
Hmm.
putting you through that pressure so you could become better or you could learn. Because, for example, if God punishes us like lightly,
Mhm.
We will never learn. It's like teaching a kid something or a dog. But you have to teach them by rewarding them, you know what I mean? But the only way they can get rewarded is if they do something right. And when they do something wrong, they get punished. It's the
Yeah.
same way for us. It's the same exact way. If we're doing something wrong, God will let you know and he'll put you through these very bad pressure moments
Yeah.
that you won't like, but he wants to, he if I saw this one thing. Whatever you go through, it's because God knows you can get through it.
Mhm.
He puts it for a reason. I'm not trying to get too religious here, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Because who else is putting us through this? The universe? The Milky Way galaxy?
Eh?
If that's what you believe in, that's what you believe in. But I believe
I think
God
the
puts you through
world, the
things.
Big Bang was created under pressure.
Hey, okay, okay. You're right.
Big brain moment right there,
You're
brother.
right, bro.
Nah, that's yeah, that's good pressure. Cause then sometimes you gotta be in pressure, so, like you gotta like, so you could break through, you know. But I would consider a bad pressure sometimes like the overthinking. That's
Oh, yeah.
bad. The
But that's what I
overthinking is
said.
bad pressure. Bad pressure and stress. Stress is bad, obviously,
Stress is bad.
because it all not only affects you mentally, it affects you mentally and your health, everything. It affects everything.
Yeah.
Um, what else?
But you just gotta think about what am I stressing over? You know?
Hmm.
Is it really that bad? Have I been through this before?
I feel like sometimes people stress over shit because they don't have a plan, or they
Oh,
forgot the plan they built.
like for me, for example, I like to have a plan for everything.
Right.
Like I like to plan, I like to have plan A's, B's, C's, D's. I like to have all those plans. And even then, I still like backup plans. Like I just like to have a roadmap for how things are gonna get done. If I have a certain goal, like a certain amount of money I want to save or a certain amount of something that I want to produce, I have a goal to meet that goal, you know what I mean? And I set up a plan towards that. But I also set up a plan just in case everything goes bad. Because I'm a person that's like, I hope for the best, prepare for the worst type person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just how I am. And I think that's just a mentality that everyone should have, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst because, you know, it could go bad, you know?
Yeah. And then that doesn't mean it should be a bad thing all the way either. You know, some things happen for a reason, you know?
But you
Yeah.
need pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
You need pressure. It's like a soccer game. Like let's say it's the final. There's
There's
pressure. There's
like
pressure already.
there's two pressures. One, you either gotta pressure that one person, like, hey, go pressure him, get that ball for away from him. Or the second pressure I would think is kicking a penalty. Now you got a lot of pressure.
That's all on you.
You know?
Yeah. Like in the game, what I was gonna say is that in the final, think about a final, right? You guys worked so hard. You guys went through many games throughout the season that are so tough, winning by one goal or going through penalties and stuff. And then let's say the final happens and you win, but like easy. The other team was trash. Yeah, there's pressure 'cause it's a final. You're warming up before the game. You're looking at the other team. You're like, oh, okay. Then you play and you guys destroy them. Like you're up 5-0 in the first half, and you're just like, what the heck? Like if there has to be pressure in the final moments of your journey. There just has to be.
Right.
If it's not in the final moments of your journey, then it's because you went through the pressure earlier in the journey.
Huh.
That's how I think about it.
That's cool.
Because if
Yeah.
you don't have pressure, or moments that break you, you're not gonna feel it. And the only reason I know this is because of sports.
Right.
There's many moments in the season where you're injured, you're bleeding, you're sweating, you're you're seeing your teammates get hurt. You're
Contemplating
see
everything.
moments that you
Mhm.
cry in your car, like because you lost the final, or like heartbreaks, and when you're working hard towards a goal. And if you do not have that in your journey, then
Right.
it kind of feels like, dang, like what happened? You know what I mean? Like it
What
just doesn't feel the
happened?
same. It just doesn't
What
feel the same.
happened? No, yeah,
That's
definitely.
good pressure
Good pressure.
because you
That's
have to go through that to eventually come out on top.
because then the outcome is always
Just
amazing.
think about it, bro. If you don't go through all these things,
Mhm.
what story are you gonna have to tell at the end of your life? You're just gonna be like, "Oh, well, I got up. and I had all the money in the bank, and I just went to
Well,
do
Billy,
everything.
let me tell you, my life was amazing. I won everything and everything. I bagged your mom, and
I
now
went
you came here and
I,
destroyed it all.
I went to Cancun every summer. I don't know. But
Okay.
those stories, who wants to hear that?
Yeah.
You know? Because someone's gonna hear that and they're gonna be like, "Well, you just got everything given to you." You know what I mean?
We want to hear the prestige of your stories.
We
We want to
want to
hear
hear what you're going
the
through.
we want to hear your ups and downs.
Like I heard this one thing before. Think about the story you're gonna tell your kids and your grandkids when you're older.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Will it be a story that will inspire them? Will it be a story that will make them want to take over the world? Or will it be a story that leaves them like, Grandpa, you're boring? Because don't forget how they're gonna be in 2070 or 2080,
Yeah.
the year 2080, when we're
Jesus.
old,
God damn.
when we're old people, and your grandkids come up to you. They're like, Grandpa, I want to know your story. You know what I mean? And you're just gonna sit there like, you're gonna tell them the truth. You're gonna be like, "Hey, I went through all this, blah 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 blah."
Well, Grandpa, you're my hero. I wish I could be like you. And then you die happily ever after. Anyways,
Why is
guys.
TikTok, Grandpa?
Anyways, guys. If you go under pressure, just remember diamonds are made under pressure. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, share.
Comments.
Thank you. Have a good day.